Welcome to Upvote TV. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Alex.
This week on Upvote, we're going to bring you up to speed on the latest Facebook drama and fill you in on the latest development that's stirring up the science world. Let's get started.
Well, we all know that pictures of you falling over drunk at a party are never flattering when they show up on Facebook. Now it's even harder to know what you should and shouldn't throw up in the social networking site. Just ask Kimberly Swan. Swan, a 16-year-old from Clacton, England, was recently fired from her job after making a post on Facebook stating that her job was boring. The message was relayed to her employers after she allowed some colleagues access to her page, though she didn't mention the name of the workplace in her post. She had been working at Avell Marketing and Logistics for only 3 weeks. Kimberly's mother, Jeanette, was angry with Avell Marketing, saying, "I think she's being treated totally unfairly. She didn't mention the company's name. This is a 16-year-old child we're talking about." She says Clacton is boring, but we're not going to throw her out of the house for it. Many Redditors are discussing why it's a bad idea to befriend coworkers on Facebook in the first place. Others are talking about an employee's right to speak their mind about the place they work. One Redditor had this to say about the manager who fired her. "Okay, just a thought here. Wouldn't it have been better for her boss to sit down with her and try and discuss why she found her job boring and what they might do to work together and improve the situation? Sounds like good advice. Maybe she wouldn't have posted that the job was boring if the job wasn't, in fact, boring." One small step for pro-life advocates, one giant leap for stem cell research. Teamwork between a scientist from Canada and one from England has developed a new method of developing stem cells that avoids the destruction of human embryos. Keisuke Kaji and Andras Nagy have found a way to take healthy cells from adult patients and through electroporation convert the cells back into stem cells. This not only pleases the pro-life anti-embryonic destruction movement, it also eliminates the threat of immune rejection that oftentimes occurs when someone else's cells are used in a patient's body. Since the cells will be removed from the same person's body that the cells will be then returned to in a different form, the cells will be more easily accepted into the immune system. Some of the discussion consists of serious medical concerns, like one from Ropers, who said, "Seriously, I have my doubts whether these engineered stem cells are equivalent to the original ones." But a lot of comments have been stabs at the pro-life movement and its arguments against embryonic stem cell research. For example, Monkey Breath said, "Excellent, now we can just throw those unimplanted embryos into the garbage like we used to." Nonetheless, this seems to be a pretty big development, and we think plenty of you out there will be following the story as it develops. Now, let's cheer things up a little bit. We'll go back over to Brandon with an interesting little story about a correlation between one's taste in music and their intelligence.
Next up is a post from the Digits Wall Street Journal blog that's been making its way up the Reddit front page. The story is about 2 side projects from 25-year-old Caltech graduate student Virgil Griffith. Griffith is the creator of Wikiscanner, a database that tracks the sources of Wikipedia edits and in the past has uncovered embarrassing edits from many large corporations. So here's how his new projects work. They first use Facebook data about favorite bands and books among college students plotted against the average SAT scores at their schools. The result is a tongue-in-cheek statistical look at taste and intelligence. For example, some of the bands on the smarter end of the scale were Radiohead, U2, and Ben Folds. On the dumber, Lil Wayne, Beyonce, and gospel. One Redditor commented, "I don't think it's very creative. The website, just try to compare intelligence measures with trivial differences in humans. Considering we like to associate ourselves with higher status things, these kind of data sets will happen." The books on the smart end of the scale include Freakonomics, 100 Years of Solitude, and Crime and Punishment. On the dumb end, The Color Purple, Fahrenheit 451, and the Holy Bible. Many comments on this story reference the position of the Bible on the scale. One Redditor said, "I would think anyone who has actually read the Bible cover to cover would be more intelligent." Students that put "I don't read" actually scored higher than many books, including the books I just mentioned. In the end, I'll give Virgil the last word. Their unity is hilarity incarnate. This is to inspire people to think creatively about the data sets that are on the internet.
That wraps things up for this week. Hope to see you again next week. I'm Alex.
And I'm Brandon. Don't forget to upvote,
and we're out.